Why you should never drink soda and 5 foods you should not eat. When we become parched, it's easy to turn to a nice cold soda that is filled with sugar, caffeine, sweeteners, and high amounts of calories. It's refreshing and will quench your thirst. But is it doing any positive favors to your body? We had the pleasure of speaking to Dr. James Gerber, Associate Professor of Clinical Sciences at Western States Chiropractic College, WSCC, in Portland, Oregon, who serves on the adjunct faculty of the University of Bridgeport Nutrition Institute and the National College of Naturopathic Medicine regarding the soda beverage. We'll talk about my chat with him. But first, before we begin this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more daily tips like this and turn on notifications so you never miss our new videos. Alright, now on to the interview. The first question we asked Dr. Gerber was what he thought the biggest danger soda posed to the body. He answered, "The biggest danger is the calories. Soda drinks are a significant contributor to the obesity epidemic." Dr. Gerber would be correct in his hypothesis. According to a 20-year study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, men and women who increased their sugary drink intake by 1 12-ounce serving per day gained more weight over time. For the study, 120,877 U.S. men and women who did not have any chronic diseases or obesity were evaluated from 1986 to 2006. Each participant was evaluated based on their lifestyle factors and weight change every 4 years. Results showed that every 4 years, participants gained an average of 3.35 pounds, and sugar-sweetened beverages contributed to 1 pound of the average weight. We mentioned this study to Dr. Gerber and we asked him what weight gain and soda have in common with each other. He mentioned, "Liquid calories are easy to overdo compared to calories from solid food." After he mentioned this, we thought, could there be another negative aspect to overdrinking soda? According to Rochelle Rosian, MD, there could be a connection between brittle bones and soda beverages. The Cleveland Clinic reports Dr. Rosian explains that one of the reasons there could be an association is because most soda beverages contain phosphoric acid, which has the ability to leach calcium out of our bones. Also, the caffeine intake in these beverages has been linked to osteoporosis. However, there is still not enough evidence to make a definitive claim on this. Many assessments and studies are coming from the Framingham Osteoporosis Research BMD. One assessment consisted of 1,413 females and 1,125 men in 2006. Researchers discovered that consuming soda actually decreased the BMD significantly for women. In addition, Linda K. Massey, PhD, RD, a professor of human nutrition at Washington State University, mentioned to WebMD, excess phosphorus promotes calcium loss from the body when calcium intake is low. After discussing this study, we asked Dr. Gerber what amount of soda would he recommend to someone who consumes high caffeinated soda beverages. He answered, "I would recommend that they drink 0 amounts. But if it's become a habit, I would say 8 ounces would be alright as long as it's supported by a healthy diet." One of the reasons Dr. Gerber said 0 is because of a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. The study tracked the health of about 90,000 women over 2 decades. Researchers found that women who consumed 2 servings of sugary beverages a day had 40% higher risks of heart attacks or death from heart disease than women who rarely drank sugary beverages. Is this making you not want to drink soda? Well, keep watching because after our talk with Dr. Gerber, we'll explore some other foods you should avoid if you're looking to keep a healthy diet. Another reason Dr. Gerber was extremely against people consuming sugary beverages that are high in caffeine is because of the association with diabetes. A study published in the journal JAMA set out to discover if there was an association between the two. So researchers conducted a cohort analysis from 1991 to 1999 among women who were in the Nurses' Health Study 2. The diabetes analysis included over 91,000 women who were free from diabetes and other chronic diseases in 1991. The results showed that women who had a stable consumption pattern of sugar-sweetened beverages saw no weight gain, but the weight gain over a 4-year period was highest among women who increased their sugar-sweetened soft drink consumption from 1 or fewer per week to 1 or more per day. Those who were looking to stop drinking soda and eliminate it from their diet might want to replace it with water. The Harvard School of Public Health states that water helps restore fluid lost through breathing, metabolism, sweating, and when waste is removed. Not only will it quench your thirst, but it will hydrate your body and reduce the risk of becoming fatigued. The Institute of Medicine says that an adequate intake of water per day is 125 ounces, or 15 cups, for men, and 91 ounces, or 11 cups, for women. Okay, so now that we've officially scared you off of sodas, what other foods are unhealthy? Which ones should you avoid making a habit of eating in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Well, let's dive right in. Be warned, some of these answers may surprise you. Number 1. Whole grain bread. We're sure you've got a bunch of questions. Namely, what? How is this possible? Eating whole grain bread is the epitome of what you need to eat for weight loss and maintaining a healthy diet. Well, that might not be true. According to MAYOCLINIC, while whole grain foods usually do contain some whole grains, most products include a majority of refined grains. What are refined grains, you ask? Those are grains found almost entirely in white bread, the most evil and unhealthy of breads. So, what can we do to make sure that we're eating the right whole grain bread? Just check the labels. Don't listen to the words on the front. Muscle Fitness recommends you look for whole grains or whole wheat as one of the first ingredients. Number 2. Couscous. 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 It even sounds good for weight loss and leading a healthy lifestyle. However, like whole grain bread, it's just a marketing trap. Once again, like whole grain bread, couscous is just a bunch of refined grains, which, as we previously established, are not all good for weight loss. Alright, hold on. Before we go any further, we should let you know a couple of grains that are actually good for you. Better Health says that 2 whole grains, like bulgur or quinoa, are great for filling you up and keeping you slim. Remember though, to always check the label. Number 3. Trail mix. How can this hiker's staple possibly be unhealthy? People climb literal mountains while eating this stuff. Well, apparently it's not as healthy as mountain climbers and nature enthusiasts once boasted. Thanks a lot, Tenzing Norgay. Anyways, it's really the store-bought trail mix that you've got to watch out for. Things like dried bananas, added candies, and some of the crunchier stuff can be high in sodium, fried, or a killer to your calorie count. In fact, Muscle Fitness says that we should avoid dried fruits in general. They report that we should think of dried fruit as candy with some fiber included, thanks to their high sugar and calorie content. Hold on. So what do we do when we want to have a snack on our next hike? For starters, says Reader's Digest, make your trail mix at home. Don't go store-bought. At least you have control over what exactly goes into your outdoor mix. They also suggest leaning towards an emphasis on nuts and seeds. If you need something sweet in there, a small concentration of dried fruit or dark chocolate never hurt anyone. Too badly. Number 4. Smoothies. Ah, come on. We hear you screaming. There's no way that a smoothie, the poster child of health living, is unhealthy. Well, you're partially right. Again, it really depends on whether you make your smoothies at home and which ingredients you use. Buying smoothies from a store is right out the window. They often contain unhealthy sugars and unnecessary calories. Even though they're once again billed as healthy, some stores even add ice cream or sherbet to their supposedly healthy smoothies, which, as we all know, are a killer to the waistline. As for at-home smoothies, Cheat Sheet reports that you should only use a combination of fruit and ingredients without added sugar. As for the dairy in your smoothie, that's up to your specific diet. So, what can you take away from today's video? 3 major lessons. 1. stay away from soda. It's unhealthy, has way too many calories, it'll ruin your diet. Number 2, always read the label. While something may advertise itself as whole grain, it might just be a ploy. You don't want to be eating refined grains when you're trying to cut down on your calories. And finally, 3, try not to get store-bought health products you can make in the comfort of your own home. Plus, you'll save money avoiding store-bought products. And that's it. So what do you think? Are you gonna give up soda completely because of our video? Let us know in the comment section below what you think about soda and how you're going to handle its consumption in the future. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.